Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of TopMohst Sport Podcast. My name is Mo, and I am the host of this show. Here with me today in the studio is my co-host.
My name is TopMohst. Welcome to today's episode.
Here on today's episode, we'll be talking about the review of the game week 4 in the Premier League and La Liga, the review and preview of round 1 in the Champions League, and we'll be talking about the preview of game week 5 in both La Liga and the Premier League. So stay tuned and don't miss the fun. Top. Let's talk about the review of game week 4 in the Premier League. There was an early kickoff between Southampton and Manchester United,
Yeah.
which ended in a 3-0 win in favor of Manchester United. We saw Archer missing a penalty in the 33 minutes. So Delight scoring his first goal for Manchester United. Rashford scoring as well, and Garnacho. So I think that's Rashford their first game of the first goal of the season.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that?
Well, I think it was a great game, especially for Manchester United. It was that was the turning point in their season. You can call that the turning point in their season right now.
They needed that.
They needed that victory, and I think Southampton didn't perform up to expectation. They were supposed to win that game in my own view, because they started the game very well. Manchester United couldn't get the whole of them.
The first 20 minutes of the game, or let's say 30 minutes.
Yeah,
of the
it
game,
was
the
just
first
in
half.
favor of Southampton. They were all over Manchester United, and after missing that penalty, I think that was what changed the game entirely.
So Manchester United, they took the chance.
They took their chances after the lights go. They capitalized on that, and they tried to dominate the game as well. So they settled in fine. I think that was what helped them.
So there was another match between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
It was a shocker to everyone.
At Anfield.
At Anfield. No one expected Tottenham to win that match.
Yeah.
We saw Odoi scoring at the 72 minutes.
Yeah.
So
A great strike as well.
Yeah, a great strike.
Yeah.
Great goal from Odoi.
I think what happened with Liverpool on that day was that the Liverpool are having a problem breaking down teams that use low block. So breaking them down was very difficult for Liverpool. I think Nottingham, they really played their game against Liverpool to the right pass, in the sense that they knew if they were using their low blocks, Liverpool wouldn't break them down. I think it affected Liverpool. I think Arne Slot mentioned it as well in his post-match conference that they are having a problem with low blocks. So I think other smaller teams will be trying to use these tactics against Arne Slot's side. So I think he needs to work on that as soon as possible, so that something like this won't repeat itself.
Yeah, that's great. That was great from Nottingham Forest. Manchester City against Brentford. Wissa scoring.
Yeah,
in the 33 seconds or
very early in the game. Just few seconds.
And we saw Alan scoring a brace.
Yeah,
that was a good comeback from Manchester City.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that game?
Well, I think this what is it called? Brentford had a great start. A great start to the game. That's the perfect start. But I think the problem is that you don't score Manchester City that early, especially at the Etihad.
It's not possible. It's not possible for you.
You are in soup already, because scoring them just 33 seconds into the game, that's definitely going to spark up the Etihad.
Exactly.
So I think that was the problem, and the inevitable happened again.
Exactly.
In Ireland.
Yeah, he did.
That is the problem of the Premier League. Ìdààmú àdúgbò nìyẹn. That is what the Yoruba people will call it. Ìdààmú àdúgbò.
Erling Haaland, he has been fantastic. Honestly, I was hoping he will score a brace. He scored an hat-trick.
Yeah, I was hoping
to break that record, Premier League record for someone scoring in scoring hat-trick in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah.
That was great for Manchester City.
He almost had an hat-trick.
He almost did.
Hit the post.
He missed some chances as well.
I think in the second half.
Manchester City, like you said, you can't score Manchester City so early in the game, and you expect them not to fight back.
That is as
You have to defend all your life. You have to defend all through that 90 minutes.
that is so difficult to do.
Against Manchester City,
At
no,
the Etihad,
because
that
they
is
create a
not
lot
easy.
of chances.
Yeah, they create a
so
lot of chances. So
for you to
definitely.
consume that pressure at Etihad is very unlikely.
I think concentration matters as well. How can you concentrate for 90 plus minutes against Manchester City is another thing to worry about. So I think that was what happened.
They are a great team, and that's why they are the champion of England.
Yeah.
So Liverpool, Aston Villa versus Everton.
Okay.
Another Everton tragedy. Everton was leading 2-0
Yeah.
at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Only for Aston Villa to come back again. Watkins scored towards the break, the first half of the game.
Yeah.
Then, when they resumed the second half, he scored again, and Duran scoring the winning goal for Aston Villa. Let's talk about this Duran boy. Let's talk about him. We saw this boy. He's a very big prospect from Aston Villa.
Yes.
Just that he can't bench
Oli
Watkins.
Yeah.
This guy is always scoring for them. I think
whenever he comes on,
I think three games they played this season. Out of the 4 games they played this season in the league, he is the one that scored a winning goal for them in 2 games. He came on always scoring with his first touch.
He's a very good player. He's a very good striker.
I heard another thing from this Emery's interview. He said they turned down 40 what's it called?
Offers for him. I think he was also on Chelsea's radar for a period of time. I don't know why Chelsea didn't really pursue that deal. Probably it was turned down, but I think because Chelsea were focused on other targets, that was what happened. But I think that guy is a very, very good prospect. He's a good finisher. He can shoot from anywhere. I think that's what makes him special. He's a really good player. But for now, he's a good player. I don't know if he later joins another team. If
he's going to, if he's going to
for now, I think
he's
a good prospect and a good asset for them.
So later that night, Bournemouth played against Chelsea at the Vitality Stadium.
Yeah.
Another what was it called from Bournemouth? They missed the penalty.
Yeah.
They missed the penalty. I think their record signing Evan Nielsen missed the penalty.
The match was almost a replica of Southampton and Manchester United at the start.
Yeah, because
Bournemouth were also all over.
They were solid.
Yeah.
Yes, they were solid from the start.
Yeah.
Chelsea were not playing up to expectation. Yeah. Most people even expected that Chelsea are going to lose that match. Only for Nkunku to come in and score for them.
I think then we have to talk about Sancho as well. Sancho was exceptional in that game.
On his debut.
He was so exceptional, coming on in the game and making an impact.
An assist.
I know Manchester United fans were not happy with that because they were all over. Sancho is not going to perform and all. But at least I'm happy for him and I'm happy for Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. He just needs to pick up from wherever.
I think that will boost his confidence as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So on Sunday, the North London derby between Spurs and Arsenal. Yeah, on Sunday, Spurs versus Arsenal. That was one hell of a match at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham, they were all over Arsenal. In the first 20 minutes of the game, they were all over Arsenal. Kudos to Raya. He was very, very superb. I think Tottenham had many opportunities to have scored in the first 20 minutes of that game. And I believe if Tottenham should have scored, they would have buried that game. Arsenal bounced back, considering the fact that they don't have the likes of Declan was out, Odegaard was out. Trossard, he really tried in that number 10 position. He played. I wasn't expected that from him because it seems the last time he played in that position, he was at Brighton. So he really played well. Jorginho as well, he played well in that 8th position. Partey was very slow. and he made a couple of wrong passes.
Yeah, he was sluggish in the
He was
game.
sluggish, very sluggish.
Jorginho was more solid.
But just kudos to Arsenal defense. Gabriel, Saliba, those guys, they are rock, bro. Those guys are really trying. And Raya as well, he really performed. So, what can you say about that match?
Well, I think congratulations to Arsenal first of all. That was a very good victory on their part. They played as a team. They defended really well. I think their back four were solid. White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Timber. They were very good at the back. I think the covering of Jorginho and Partey was helping as well. They really played as a team. But what I would say on Tottenham's Hotspur's part is that they didn't make use of their chances.
Exactly.
They didn't. Then I think I can call it overthinking on the part of the coach.
I won't say they didn't utilize their chances. They tried, but Arsenal were just too hot for them. Because Arsenal's defense was very solid, and Raya making some hell of a save.
They still didn't make use of their chances. They could have scored as well.
They could have scored.
I kudos to the keeper as well, but
then
they could have scored.
I don't understand Postecoglou's lineup. Probably it is I too know, or I don't know what he was thinking. Because look at their midfield. I don't know, maybe when he knew there won't be Rice, there won't be Odegaard, he want to occupy that midfield. There is no any defensive player in that midfield. Bentancur, fine. Bentancur is more or less and is not an holding midfielder. I won't put it that way. He's not really an open an holding midfielder. I would say he's more of an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
Or a central midfielder.
No, it's not.
A central midfielder rather.
Central midfielder.
So there's Madison, there's Bentancur, and there's Kulusevski. Johnson on the flank, together with Son. Then what's it called up front?
Solanke up front. I think the mistake he made was that.
And look at his full back. Johnson always attacking.
Johnson was
even 4-1. The 5 and 6. If not because Arsenal put them in check, you always see Romero and what's the other guy's name? Van der Ven up front. I don't know what he was thinking.
They didn't make use of their chances coming from the other flank, from Johnson's flank. He was. I think
Johnson was very poor.
Kulusevski was on the wing. I think it would have caused more problem to Timber than Johnson. Johnson, I think that was why he had issues with the fans on social media with all this. I'll condemn that, but that was not necessarily from the fans. But
that was unprofessional.
All eyes were on him because he had so many chances from his wing. He couldn't make use of any of them. So that was really poor on the part of Johnson as well. Let's
see if this won't break them. Probably they will bounce back. Now let's talk about La Liga.
Yeah.
We saw Real Madrid headed to Real Sociedad Stadium, and they won 2-0. Kudos to Mbappe and Vinicius. They both scored a penalty. Then Girona against Barca, which Barca won 4-1. Yeah. So Yamal scored a brace and a beautiful goal from Dani Olmo and Pedri as well. So mark his comeback. What can you say about?
Well, let's talk about Barca first. Yamal is a hot boy right now. He's coming hot from Euros and putting that hotness into his club side. I think I'm
pouring that energy into his club side.
I'm happy for him. He's performing really well for his club side as well. Scoring a brace. 2 good goals as well. Two very good goals. Then Dani Olmo scored as well as Pedri. Yeah. Now, then I'm sorry for Pedri's injury as well. Dani Olmo's injury as well. I hope he comes back soon. So
I think let's talk about Rafinha really played fine in that match as well.
Yeah, he has been working very well for the team.
So you said we should talk about
Madrid.
Okay.
The 2 penalties, they only scored with penalties. I still don't. To me, as for me, I still don't see the Madrid I used to know with this Vinicius Junior, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. They are still finding it difficult to score goals because I think they had two penalties.
2 penalties. One from Vinicius and the
other from Mbappe. So I still feel they need to do more.
Let's talk about this Adagula boy.
Yeah.
The boy has been very superb. Is either scoring or
making an assist for
both country and side. Sorry, both country and club side. What can you say about that boy? He's a very good prospect that has a long way to go
He's
in
a
his
young
career.
talent, a really, really young talent, a good asset to have in the team.
Yeah.
He can come in at any time and make an impact in the game. So I think those are the kind of players. Madrid are always getting those impactful
Getting them
players
young.
in their squad. I don't know how I don't know how they get those players and what they do, but they are always getting those young players who can make an impact and they can last for long in the team.
Now, that's what they've always been doing.
I think
Getting players at a very
Madrid's transfer
young,
is one of
getting
the
players
best
at a
I've
very
seen.
young age,
Yeah.
integrating them into the team,
Yeah.
and I don't know,
For a long
for a
time.
long time,
Yeah.
for a long time. So that's all we have for La Liga, I think.
Yeah. Let's talk about the UEFA Champions League.
The first round.
The first round of the UEFA Champions League. After we all saw the draw and we saw the big matches, the tempting matches we were all waiting for.
Yeah, exactly.
The draw and
The new format as well.
And the new format as well. Some people were even confused about the new format. That was this one. Since there are no more group stage, there is still group stage.
Yeah, there are group
Since there are no more 4 teams in a group like
exactly.
it used to be, and now there are how many? There are.
It's like a league table now.
Yeah, it's now like a league table for the groups. For the group phase.
I think that would be an interesting format. We all should look out for a very interesting Champions League season.
Yeah.
So, AC Milan versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
AC Milan scored first.
Yeah,
Pulisic
very early
scored.
in the game.
Yeah, he scored. I think the third minute of the game.
Yeah.
Only for Liverpool to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone was expecting one hell of an intense game between
AC Milan
and Liverpool. AC Milan, they didn't perform the expectation.
They didn't.
Liverpool took their chances. I think probably because of their loss in the Premier League against
they needed a
Nottingham
comeback.
Forest. They needed a comeback to get back into their games, and I think that was a very good one from Liverpool, going to San Siro and
Pick up a victory.
that
was a good one for Arne Slot. At least that will bring back their confidence into the next game of the Premier League.
That was a good one. So Young Boys versus Aston Villa.
Villa.
So we saw Aston Villa coming back into the Champions League after I think over 40 years now.
Yes.
And winning against
Young Boys.
Kudos to Emery.
Yeah.
Unai Emery has been performing very well over since last season. Let me say since last season, even qualifying for the Champions League.
He's a good performer.
He's a great
manager. He's a very, very good manager. I think the only problem he had was when he was at Arsenal. Even at Arsenal, I think he got into the Europa League final.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't win, but
was it the semi-final or the quarter-final? A season before he got
probably the semis.
Before he got
into the
semis.
semis.
Against Chelsea.
He's also good in Europe. I think we should also watch out for Aston Villa. They might go far in this season champions.
They disqualified like 2 of their goals. It could have been 5-0.
That would have been so harsh on Young Boys.
Yeah, they were playing very sluggish. I don't know. It was their stadium, and they didn't give the fans what they expected.
Villa were just too hot for them. Aston Villa, they were better than
yeah,
Young
they were a
Boys.
better team.
They were a better team than Young Boys.
Bayern versus Dynamo Zagreb. Bayern. Harry Kane scored 4 good goals.
Yeah.
Scored 3 penalties. I think.
A trick of penalties.
An hat-trick of penalties. So they won 9-2. 9-2. I think this new Champions League format is going to be a very good one for teams that score more goals, because it is not like a league table. If you are draw on points, you need to edge against your other team with goals forward, and you need to concede less.
Yeah.
So it's just like bringing back these home and away goals. So when you are playing against an opponent that you are capable of scoring 10 goals, it's good to score 10 goals. So that's what I see about this Champions League. So if you have your chances of scoring many goals, so Bayern they are on the top now, lonely on the top, because that 9 goals, bro.
I think what helped Bayern was that kudos to company, first of all. I was very, very happy for Vincent Company.
I
Many
think
people
everyone
criticized his
they doubted
transfer.
him. They
They
doubted him.
criticized his transfer then that why would Bayern, a whole Bayern go for Vincent Company, someone who is coaching a team coming from championship into the Premier League and going back
Returned back to relegation, to
and
the
getting
championship.
relegated back to the championship. That why are they going for this kind of a coach? But now he's proving himself. He has won all his matches for now in the league. Now starting the Champions League with a 9-2 victory against Dynamo
Dynamo
Zagreb. I
Zagreb.
think that was a very, very good victory on their part.
Yeah,
Then on Zagreb's part, I actually thought we were going to see a comeback when Bayern were 3-0 up.
and they scored. They scored.
Then
I think they
Zagreb scored
two.
two goals.
Yeah,
That was 3-2. I was like,
3-2.
wow, take a look at this match. Before we knew it,
It's
it
9-1.
ended
It was
9-2.
9-1. 9-2.
So
Sorry,
I
9-2.
think Bayern were just too
So
much for them.
Madrid played against Stuttgart.
Yeah,
Mbappe scored. I think he's getting his rhythm back
of course. Of course.
at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Then Rudiger scored a fine goal as well. Then Hendrik scored his first Champions League
His first Champions League
goal.
I was happy for him. I think the other attackers were thinking he was going to pass. He didn't even look at them.
There was Vinicius and Mbappe
he
on the
didn't
flank.
look at any of them.
Yeah,
that guy was like,
that was the one
this goal where
hell of
they
a goal.
see so. Let me get out.
Now he get out.
He didn't pass to anybody.
That was a very good strike for him. So there will be another match between Atlanta and versus Arsenal.
Then Man City and Inter.
Oh, sorry, Manchester City and Inter.
Yeah.
That was on Sunday. On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
So Manchester City, they really tried, considering the fact that they had a lot of chances. I don't know. Inter Milan, how did they manage to win that league?
You know, when they are playing smaller teams in their league,
they were so poor in that game.
No, they were not poor. I won't say
they were just defending.
I won't say they created chances.
Or let me say Manchester City were too hot for them to handle.
You see, that game, that was Inter perfect game to me.
Okay.
They were so
relying
compact.
on counter.
Yes, and so compact. They made life difficult for Manchester City. Even they made Man City passing sideways
to the
flanks, and that was suitable for them. If Man City are going to cross any ball, they have very good defenders to head any ball away from their goal. So I think it was a perfect plan from there, and they executed that plan to perfection.
I would say Manchester City were very unlucky.
They were unlucky.
A couple of chances to score. I think Gundogan himself had two good chances to score.
He missed those goals.
So I think
that was not good enough.
That would have changed the game.
He had one chance at the end of the game to just finish the game.
I wasn't expecting that to be an easy match, because that match was just like it is semi.
Yeah, it's a
quarterfinal.
And again, it's just a replica of the Champions League final just 2 seasons ago.
So it was a very good match between. So Atlanta versus Arsenal, then Monaco versus Barca, Atletico versus Leipzig. So let's see what's going to happen between this match.
Yeah.
Atlanta, they are a very good team in
the Serie A.
In Serie A. So I think they are playing very fine in Europe as well. So Arsenal are a very good team as well. And let's see what's going to happen with Arsenal traveling to Italy to play Atlanta. Then Monaco versus Barca. Barca are on fire as well. So
I expect Barca to win that game comfortably.
I expect Barca to win that game, but this is Champions League.
I still feel they should be able to win that game
because they are in form.
Yeah,
presently. Then Atletico versus Leipzig. Well, I can't predict that match. I can't predict what's going to happen.
Leipzig are not so good this season.
I think
they've not gotten their rhythm yet. To me, they are not the Leipzig we used to see
like 2-3 seasons ago.
So I think Atletico Madrid might just edge that one out.
Okay, so let's see what's going to happen. I hope it will be a very good day.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the match.
Game week 5
in the Premier League, and as well predict some matches.
On La Liga.
In La Liga as well. Liverpool versus Bournemouth. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting a win for Liverpool. So I'm going to go with 3-0 Liverpool.
Well, I'm going to go with 3-1 Liverpool. So West Ham versus Chelsea.
Chelsea going to the London Stadium.
Yeah.
It's going to be a difficult one for Chelsea, I must admit. It's
But
not going to be as easy
I'm
as.
going to tell you, West Ham have not been performing.
Yeah,
this
they have not
season
been
as well.
performing, but when West Ham are playing these big teams,
Yeah, it's just like a London
they
derby.
tend to turn up as well. So it might end in a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I'm also foreseeing a draw in this match. I don't know if I'll be wrong.
Chelsea fans, you people might be no verse, but
But I don't think so you're not going to win this one, Sha.
it might end in a draw.
So Spurs versus Brentford
Spurs versus Brentford.
with Wissa out.
Yeah, Wissa is out injured. This is a chance for Spurs to get back to their winning ways after losing the North London derby. So
Against Arsenal.
probably this will end Spurs 1, Brentford 0. Just 1-0, I feel.
Brentford.
Yeah.
I think they've been scoring this season.
They have.
But with Wissa out, I would say this is more like a would this be a draw?
You never can tell.
I don't think so. But let's say 2-1 Spurs. Crystal Palace versus Manchester United.
I think Manchester United are in red hot form right now. They won their last
cup
Premier League
match
game. They
against
won their
Barnsley,
cup match
7-0.
7 goals to 0.
2-0, yeah.
But I hope Manchester United have not scored all the goals they are going to score this season with this 7-0 victory.
They won against Barnsley.
But going to Selhurst
Park, bro.
I'm going to say 2-1 Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are going to win that game.
They are going to win that game?
Yeah.
Against Manchester United?
Yeah.
Bro. Where? Crystal Palace. Manchester United fan, maybe not no vessel. But me, I don't think so you're not going to win this round too.
So, Manchester United fans are coming for you.
In Ketia, is always scoring against Manchester United. And they have Mateta as well. So 2-1 as well. Crystal Palace 2, Manchester United 1. Man, you maybe not no vex. But it's still never good to my expectation. On Sunday, Manchester City versus Arsenal.
Yeah, that's the big one for the week.
Big one for the week. Manchester City versus Arsenal. With Odegaard out, I think Declan Rice will be back.
Yeah,
to the team.
Game, yeah.
That will be a tough match. Let me say 1-0 or 2-1 Manchester City.
It's going to be very tough, actually. It's going to be very, very tough. I don't.
Arsenal fan in a different form, but maybe not no vex. This one, na Manchester City get out. Maybe not no vex.
Arsenal are in good form. Now that Rice will be back, I think he's going to stabilize their midfield a bit, but they're going to miss Odegaard. Then I don't know probably if Manchester City are going to lose Kevin De Bruyne as well, because he picked up a knock against Inter.
Yeah,
so
he was out.
off
In the halftime.
In the first half, yeah. So I don't, but I still feel Manchester City are a stronger side. There is no doubt about that.
No doubt.
Arsenal can be hot, they can be hot, but Manchester City are still.
Manchester City go cool there.
Manchester City
normal.
So
I would say if this match is at will be at Emirates Stadium, I would have said Arsenal are going to win. But bro, at Etihad. Well, and then Arsenal are coming back from Italy.
Yeah.
Again, the fatigue and all, bro.
Well, I think Arsenal going to try.
I think they are playing this their third match. That will be third away game in a row.
Yeah.
Bro, fatigue against Manchester City.
Well, we will call it fatigue. It's still early in the season, so it might not be too much of fatigue.
Okay, but what about the traveling stress and all?
Yes, that's the
I think Manchester City, they played this their third
home game. Yeah, they didn't travel at all. So probably I will still go with a Manchester City victory, probably 1-0. I just go with one goes to 0.
Okay, so let's talk about La Liga. Madrid versus Espanyol. I expect Madrid to win that game.
Comfortably.
I can't predict the scoreline, but I expect
them to win by 2 goals to 0 as well.
2 goals to 0. So Villarreal versus Barca. Villarreal have not been performing. They've been very poor. So
I see goals on both sides.
Goals on both sides. I see goals on both sides.
So probably Villarreal is 1, Barca 3.
Yeah, I think that's my prediction as well.
Guys, we've come to the end of this episode. Don't forget to follow all our social media pages, like and subscribe as well.
Thank you guys, and see you next time.